Hey up, welcome to this week's video. I'm at Higgertor in the Peak District. It's bitterly cold, it's about 3 degrees. I think it'll be about freezing, I would have thought, if with wind chill factor. We've had a couple of flakes of snow come down, so it's definitely cold. And it's got me thinking. I get asked a lot, what bits of equipment people should buy if they're wanting to get into landscape photography. And it goes without saying you're going to want a camera, but you don't need to get all het up about it being the latest, greatest camera. To be honest, any camera where you can control all the settings, if you've got a manual mode, that's more than going to be good enough. In fact, let's be truthful, you can get cracking shots from an iPhone these days. Another essential, a tripod, a good sturdy tripod. Again, you don't need to go for the latest and greatest, and second hand's always a good way to buy. And the third thing, the third essential, in my opinion, is this. It's outdoor gear. If you're going to be a landscape photographer, you're going to be outdoors, obviously. There's a good chance you're going to be out at sunrise and sunset, the coldest times of day. And you usually get the best conditions, the best skies when you're on the leading edge of a weather system. So there's a good chance you're going to be out in a storm or just before or just after a storm. You're likely to get rained on, snowed on. Yeah, you're going to see all sorts of weather. Now, if you're comfortable, you're going to be out there more often. And if you're out there more often and for a longer period of time, you're just maximising your chances of getting a decent shot. So, one thing I've always neglected are gloves. Now, there's a lot of vloggers out there, you'll have seen them, and they're all wearing Valorec gloves. And they're superb. I believe Valorec are sending them out to a lot of vloggers, or they're either sponsoring the channels or, as I say, sending them review pairs. I'm not sponsored by Valorec. In fact, if you want to send me a pair, I'm more than happy to give them a review. But what I will say is these gloves that I've discovered by a company called Ridge Monkey are absolutely fantastic. I'm not sponsored by them. Again, Ridge Monkey, if you want to get in touch, I'll let you know. But they're really good. They've got some superb features that really suit photography. It's got this fleece lining, it's really warm. They've got some padding, some insulation in there. Yeah, a nice grippy palm. It's just slightly textured, and that's quite good. They're not too thick, isn't the palm, so you've got a bit of feel there. And then you've got these fingers that open up, allow you to be able to control your camera. And they're waterproof as well, windproof and waterproof. So to me, they're just an absolute ideal companion to your photography. So they're made by Ridge Monkey, and the model name is an apparel or apparel. They're playing on the monkey element to the name. K2 XP. I'll put the details on the screen now. They're just a really good solid glove, and they've been an absolute godsend as it's got cold this winter. Now, Ridge Monkey don't actually make photography gear. They're actually a fishing company, a fishing tackle company. They make bivvies and outdoor gear, cooking gear even for anglers. But if you think about it, they share a lot in common with our pastime. There's a lot of sitting around in inclement weather, waiting for waiting for that perfect fish or waiting for that perfect sky. So it's got a lot in common. They also need that manual dexterity, being able to, deal with the tackle, deal with the bait. So hence the fingers that are useful. So they're great for photography. Now, the biggest selling point I can tell you is those Valorec gloves. They're not cheap. 70, 80, 90 pounds, over 100 pounds for some of the models. They're an absolute fortune, and I can't justify that. That's a trip away for me. That's a night away doing my photography. These, well, they come in two colours, black or green, and I've seen the black ones on a certain well-known auction site for £13. How can you not buy them? I think the RRP on them is £24.99, but if you can get them for 13 quid, you've got nothing to lose. Honestly, I'm not sponsored. This is a genuine review, and I really do recommend them. So yeah, give them a try. Right, so that's enough of the hard sell. While we're here, let's get some pictures. So like I said, let's get some shots while we're here. Let's not just talk about these daft gloves. I'm in the Peak District. I'm on a tour. I've got rocks everywhere. It's quintessentially Peak District landscape. I was hoping for Sky to kick off. The forecast before I set off, and I live about an hour away from here, actually said tonight there were I would say a 50-50 chance of getting a great sky. Well, what we're getting is just a hint of light peeking through. I'm looking across. I believe that's Chaton Moor. Great name. I've often been Chaton Moor. There's a mast up on the hill. I focused on that, and there's a few light rays shining through the clouds up there. So there is at least some interest in the sky. I've got the rocks, a nice little archway down there actually, where there's a rock leaning across. yeah, I'll just frame this up. I'm not going to go through all my settings. It's a really simple shot really to shoot. And yeah, the only thing I'm going to do probably is focus stack, because these boulders are quite close compared to the distant hills. Yeah. So if you want to see it, here it comes now. So the light didn't last long, it was absolutely fleeting. There were some nice rays of light coming down, but they lasted about 10 seconds. Hopefully I captured them, hopefully you've seen them in that little clip that I just showed you then. So yeah, I think we've wrapped up for the day. It's a Sunday, so I think we'll be heading home now for a nice takeaway, maybe a Chinese, I'm not sure. But as I said, give these gloves a bit of a thought. They're that cheap, I think you've got nothing to lose, and it's a completely unbiased review. I really do think they're fantastic. Yeah, give them a whirl. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please, as always, think about liking and subscribing and giving that bell a little bit of a push. It really does help me out. I hate begging, but yeah, try to grow the channel. So until next time, from the Peak District, I'll be seeing you.